Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to also rise and the point of order that's been put to you by the Honourable House Leader for the official opposition. The legal opinion we have before us, regardless of the content, without getting into whether we are for or against it, what CBC, whether there's a hidden agenda, this is a grave and serious matter. It cuts to the heart of the rule of law and the Constitution of this country and the proper respect for boundaries, roles and responsibilities of this place, respect for our courts, and adequately understanding the role of Parliament. Other sections of Mr. Walsh's fine legal opinion have been read out this morning, but I was particularly taken by the words of Mr. Justice Binnie, the Supreme Court of Canada, in the case in 2005 of the House of Commons and the Honourable Gilbert Parent versus Satnam Vaid. It's a case with which we're generally familiar with its fact set, but it's a very strong statement from the Supreme Court of Canada, and I'll quote it. It is a wise principle that the courts and Parliament strive to respect each other's role in the conduct of public affairs. Parliament, for its part, refrains from commenting on matters before the courts under the sub judice rule. The courts, for their part, are careful not to interfere with the workings of Parliament. A close quote from the Supreme Court go on to note that Mr. Walsh, as the law clerk, our legal advisor, warns that in some circumstances, the interference of a parliamentary committee in matters that are before the courts could be, quote, seen as contempt of court. In other words, this cannot be a matter left with the committee. The committee may, for whatever intentions it has, and I'm not commenting on those, but the committee is placing the House of Commons at risk of further court proceedings in which this place, the Parliament of Canada, could be found by the courts to have entered into a relationship which constitutes contempt of court.